Hello guys. 1 2. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? How are you guys? How was your weekend? So we just want to do a quick market analysis. I think we will focus on booming crash, volatility and step. Then we call it a day. Basically, we'll be analyzing most of the derived synthetic indices assets. That's the purpose of this live. Hello. I think everything is fine. I can hear my audios. Think we're ready to go. Please, if you're watching us for the first time, just make sure you like, you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We focus on derived synthetic indices, and we also focus on gold. I think that's one asset that we also look at. And today I think we'll do a small analysis of gold. Okay, let me just quickly welcome. Okay, I think we can start. So I'm gonna start with volatility 10 and see if there's an opportunity that we can make use of. I think price, if you look at what price is currently doing, there is a channel. I can see a bullish channel. Price is moving in a channel. That's one thing that I can see. And overall, for this period, price was bullish. Price was bullish. Let me go on the daily. Okay, if you observe what is taking place here is this. We have here a breakout structure, BOS here, then so this was our previous high low. We have price closing above that previous high low. What this indicates is that there is a change of character. So price dropped down, came to this particular level here, and then it was able to push up. There was a liquidity sweep here, and then price pushed upwards here, and we see price making this it created a higher high here where the breakout structure again is price was now pushing upwards. So this is on a daily. So basically what we can see, this is the structure. We have here a higher high and price dropped here. This is the place. Okay, the reason why price didn't drop further down, if you look here, there was a big imbalance and price dropped below here just to correct that imbalance. So where is price likely going to go from here? Okay, I'm bullish. I'm looking for a bullish setup. If we see the previous 2 days candles, price was a little bit ranging, but each and every time this previous 3 days, price was closing above the previous opening of that particular day. You see price closed above this one and price closed above this one, but we don't see price moving up that much. There isn't a strong bullish momentum. There is no strong bullish momentum. Price is consolidating but with a direction, so it will be a little bit difficult for price to trade this particular asset. But if let's just look at the, because it's just moving up and down, yeah, you see the consolidation that is taking place. So let's see what is taking place here. Okay, I have this upper trend line, you can see this channel, and we also have, it's like it's a triangle. So ideally I would want to see price breaking away from this triangle, then I'll know what to do from there. So here it's a waiting game. We don't have a good trading signal. Let's just wait and see how price is gonna break away from this triangle. If price breaks, then we'll see. But ideally I would want to see price taking out this particular high here, and then since I'm bullish in this particular asset, I want to see price probably breaking away from this triangle, this particular triangle, and then a strong bullish candle, then probably it will come to this particular area and then it will bounce up. So probably this is what I would want to see. Now trading this asset now is a little bit risky. It's a little bit risky. We don't have a clear direction of what is taking place. So here it's just a waiting game. So let's move on to the next asset. What we can see is that in volatility 10, price is very bullish. We can see a series of higher highs and high lows. Price pushed upwards, impulsive correctional wave, higher low, then we had a higher high, higher low, higher high. So price is still within this impulsive wave. So that's one thing that I can see. So clearly we can see that there is a bullish trend. That's one thing that I can see. Let me try to zoom in and see if there's any data on the left. Yes, there is data on the left. Okay, so price is bullish. We missed that entry. Okay, this concept, if you can master this concept, I think it becomes very easy you pick this area here, this high, and you, in most cases, you'd see price coming back. If price breaks that resistance, this particular resistance, in most cases what you would see is that price is gonna, if it breaks this resistance here, price will normally come back and make use of this trend continuation, support and resistance, and then push upwards. So now it becomes difficult. It becomes difficult because we're supposed to get an entry here, but now getting an entry here will be a little bit difficult. So what we can mark probably is what we can mark here on the daily. There isn't much. Price is already, we can see a weakening of the, if you look at the 3 previous days, we had a week. So we had a week on this particular candle, and also a week in upper week, indicating that there is a sort of buying pressure. But I know eventually price is gonna push upwards here. Why is there? Okay, yeah, this is the reason. If you check, you always check what is taking place on your left, and if you check here on the left, we have the following. We have this particular area, a resistance that was turned into a what? A support that was turned into a resistance. You see, this was a support. Price pushed upwards, broke the support, came back to this particular area and used it as a what? Use this as a resistance, and then it dropped. So we have this particular area, and if you check on your right, this is where price is. So I was wondering, why is it price? There is a little bit of what? Selling pressure. So price is on a flip zone. Price is on a flip zone. This is the flip zone. So these areas, these are some of the powerful, most reactive what areas that you'd want to identify on your chart. So this is what I see, and this is, and you can see price reacting with this. You can see price reacting with this. Okay, so we are likely going to experience some selling pressure here, and by just observing these candles, I had to move to my left to check what was taking place. These candles were indicating that there was something happening here. You see, price is being rejected to move upwards, so there might be some selling pressure, and probably price might come and fill up this imbalance that we have on this particular area here, and before it can proceed to move upwards, or maybe price will start dropping from this particular area. So let's just go on the 4 hour and try to get a closer look of what is taking place. On the H4, we can see the bullish momentum, and we can see price reacting with this particular area here. We don't have yet, we are still waiting for a selling confirmation at this particular level. But what I would want to see is this. I want to see a change of character first. Price pushed upwards, dropped here, gave us a high low, then pushed upwards, giving us a break of structure and a higher high, and then price is right here. So what I would want to see is price dropping and taking out this low, this high low, and then price will then push upwards and then drop, something like this. This is the movement that I would want to see. Selling here like this, you're just trading blindly. You don't have any confirmation. The first confirmation has to be a change of character on that particular area. So you see, this is what I'm trying. I think here it's more clearer. This is what I'm trying to say here. If price, so this is our zone. I want price to take out this particular area here. We need price to drop to confirm that price is likely going to what? To reverse. Prices to drop and come to this particular area here. If that happens, we wait for price to come back, maybe to a supply zone or to an order block around here, and then it will drop like this. So that's the movement that I'll be waiting for. So now we just have to observe how price moves, but ideally I want to see price taking out this low for me to start looking for a selling setup. Because there is a possibility, because price is too bullish, price will just continue and ignore this flip zone, and probably it will then use it as a support. So this is one movement. Another movement will be price will just push upwards and then use this particular area as a support, and then it will move upwards. So these movements are also possible. So I would want to see price dropping below this area, and then it will return to this order block and then to this flip zone, and then it will drop, something like this. So we are still waiting here. We are still waiting for a setup. So that's what I normally do. I will just, in the morning, I will do my analysis, and then I'll wait for price to play out and see, okay, so price is going this way. If you can do this trading with confirmation and observe price more, and then see, okay, price is likely going to take this path, and if price makes that path, you'll be good to go and you can execute your trades. Okay, let me just check the comments. I want to see the comments. Braz 002, how are you my brother? TV home and lane, good morning boss. Renex, morning David, morning, how are you? Say Tatenda Chakumbera, morning good people. Okay, good morning Petras the main, good morning guys, you guys are very consistent. There are some people, whenever I go live, there are some people who always attend these lives, and guys, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate your support. There are some people, all these guys who are always commenting. These guys, whenever I go live, they are always there. I'm happy that you guys, you continue to support us. Thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot. Imagine if I come live every day and there's no one watching or commenting. I think it will be boring. After some time, maybe I would probably stop doing these lives. But because of you guys, and there are some people who normally inbox me after pertaining the lives that we have and how helpful and transformative these lives are. So this really keeps me going, because honestly, the reason why we do this, it's not like we have much to gain. There isn't much to gain here. YouTube doesn't pay me that much that I have to spend maybe probably 1 hour online. Maybe I might be doing something else, maybe trading or doing all this stuff. But we come here so that we assist. I know that some people do not have money for mentorship and what, but this knowledge, if you can take lessons from what we are talking about, I'm telling you, this can be very, very powerful. So in Volatility 25, we have this setup with price moving aggressively from this particular supply zone. So this is the area that we've marked. And in most cases, some people talk about what? Drop, base, drop. So this is a drop, base, drop, and price is likely going to return to this particular area. And then we want to see price reversing from that particular area. So yeah, the first consolidation here. So I would ideally, if you're going to be trading this, I would want to see something like this, price come back to this particular area. I'm gonna put my stop loss here and I'll target this particular area here. Something like this. But if price comes to my area of interest, which is this supply zone, I'm not just going to blindly sell here. I need a confirmation, a shooting star, a bearish engulfing candle that tells me that price is now ready to move up, move down. Or maybe you can make use of fractals. You know, fractals, this indicator, that one is very powerful again, to see that now price is ready to move up. So you need an upper fractal around this area here, an upper fractal, and then you can start selling, because sometimes price might ignore this and then start moving upwards. So if you just put your sell limits here, it's a little bit risky. It's a little bit risky. You're just trading without confirmation. So you need to wait for price to give you a signal here that we are now ready to move upwards. So a shooting star will do, or maybe a bearish engulfing candle will also do. Then in this particular supply zone, so this is a drop, base drop, and price should retain, and we need a reaction here, then we can execute ourselves. So that's one trade that I'm also waiting for. Okay, let me just save this. Let's go to Volatility 25 1S. This one is a little bit tricky. I don't understand how this price, the price action here. So we have a lot of assets here on deriv. So if you have a setup and you don't understand what is taking place, but what I see is this. I think it wasn't difficult. If you look at this particular low here, at this particular level, and this big week, I think price is now going to head to this particular area here because of this rejection that took place here. What I also saw is this. Let me go to the 4 hour. Okay, so yeah, you see the issue of the upper fractal, how important and how effective it is. You see, price came to our level, our key level. You don't want to stress yourself. You don't want to be you don't want to stress yourself. Just make use of this fractal. It's a very, if there's an upper fractal, it indicates that price is now ready to reverse. And where is this taking place? This is taking place on a key level. So this fractal is on a key level. So there is a likelihood that price will drop and come to this particular area. So I try to as much as possible to make my analysis very. I think even if you are a beginner, you're starting to trade for the first time, the way I analyze, guys, it's very simple. Very simple. This is how trading should be. Try to adapt. My laptop is gonna switch off. Please don't switch off. Every time when I'm going live, I don't know what's happening. There might be something funny that will happen. I don't know what's that. Lives are not easy. Going live on YouTube is not easy. Okay, so this is what I've noticed. This is on the 8 hour. There is likelihood of price dropping and coming to this particular area. Sometimes price will not reach this particular area here because this is a zone. That's one thing. Because ideally you would want to see price touching or coming closer to this particular area and then drop. But sometimes price will react before it reaches this particular area. Why? Because a support and resistance, these are zones. So if there are zones, sometimes price will start to move downwards. So what I saw is this. We had okay, and on the 4 hour again we still have an upper fractal. So ideally what I would want to see is this. I would want to see price doing what? So we had here this candle, this green candle. Price reacted with that green candle. This is the candle that I'm talking about. This last green candle, and it's aligning with our resistance level, this support and resistance level, and price reacted with that. So that's good. Okay, let's go on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour we have this. Okay, the same principle still applies. We have our upper fractal and price is dropping. So for you to not be caught on the wrong side, I want to see a confirmation of my selling decision. I want to see a confirmation of my selling decision. How I would want to see price take out this previous high low. Price should drop here and probably come back to this particular area here. Here now, when price is given me a change of character and it is now reacting to a demand zone, probably this order block, this area that we are, and then it reverses, I'm good. This confirms my selling decision. So trading with confirmation becomes easy. I would want to see price making this movement. One, a change of character and returning to this demand zone or this order block around this area, and then it will drop to this particular area. So that's the movement. So I'll just do this and observe how price will move. So I want to see a sharp drop. Price should drop below this particular area and then it moves up. So another question is this. Do you think price will always make that movement? Sometimes price will just drop and continue to move down, but I don't lose anything because price didn't move according to what I anticipated. I don't lose money, I don't lose anything. But if you trade now, if you just come here and you start selling, what if price starts to move upwards and goes beyond this? Because we are still bullish. Look at the structure that we have here. We are still bullish. We are still bullish on the 1 hour. We see higher high, higher low, higher high. So you don't want to trade against the trend. Whatever that you might like today, I was looking forward to release a new booming crash scalping strategy that can work in boom 600 and 900. Okay, even if that strategy is going to work, as long as you trade against the trend, you still lose. Although there are some measures that are there that helps you to filter out some trades so that you can align your buying or your selling decision with the prevailing trend. So that's what I'm trying to do here. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, let's go on the next asset. Let's go on the 50, volatility 50. Let's see if there is a setup. There's nothing. Let's go on the 24 hour, on the daily. I marked that one as a supply zone. What was there? Okay, as we can see, the bigger picture here, we are bearish. We are moving down. We can see price made a lower low, lower high, and dropped. This was the impulsive wave. And then what is likely going to take place is that price should fill up this imbalance here and come to this particular area and then continue with the bearish trend. So that's one thing that I'm waiting for. So my support and resistance, if I'm going to trade my support and resistance, the trend continuation one, I would want to see near that particular area, I would want to see a fair value gap like this fair value gap here. Price will always fill up an imbalance. Okay, you see there's a fair value gap here, and it's close to the area where I'm going to be taking my trades, which is this particular area. here the trend continuation support and resistance. You see this price came to this particular area here, it hit this particular area, so that was a support, then it broke the support. So what I would want to see is price coming back to this particular area and then continue down. So that's one thing that I would want to see. So that's the movement that I would want to see. Okay, but we are on the daily and we've managed to identify the daily fair value gap. Let's see. V value gap, there is a daily fair value gap, and I would also want to check here D1 fair value gap. Okay, I would also want to check with my Fibonacci. I'm trying to add on my to confirm, you see where the 61.8 is and the 50. This is the area. Let me just use a different color. And the 50, they are here around the same area again. Let me just use gold. So again, I would also want to see price, because price is trending. If you're going to be using the Fibonacci retracement tool, price is to be trending. So we can clearly see that price is trending, it's in a downtrend. So we had an impulsive wave, and now we're having a correction now. So I want to see price coming back to my golden zone, which is the 61.8 and the 50, around this area. And at the same time, we have price coming to this D1 fair value gap. At the same time, we also have price coming to this support and resistance level, which will be a resistance at this particular, which is a flip zone. So I have a lot of factors that are confirming my selling decisions. You see, so I'm just waiting. I want to see how price will react. Like what I said, if I get a fractal around this area, I know that price is now ready to move down. Okay, so let me go on the 4 hour and check. On the 4 hour, we have this big candle, this one. You see price, if I go on the 8 hour, maybe you can see clearly. What do we have here? We have a drop. This is a drop, base drop, which is around this particular area here. Drop, base drop here, and I'm gonna mark this consolidation. So I'm now becoming more precise. I'm dropping back. I'm going back. You see this green candle here, that green isolated candle here. That's a demand, but we also have another demand on top. So how do you deal with this? Okay, we have another here, drop, base drop around this area, which is a demand zone, and we also have this isolated bullish candle, which is this green candle. Which area are you going to be taking those who trade with demand and supply? Because this is a clear drop, base drop, and here we also have a drop, base drop. There was a time when price was consolidating around this area. So my question is this: where are you going to be taking your trade? Is it on this demand zone or on this demand zone? Let's discuss. Selema is saying you make it looks easy. Yeah, that's if you look, I think each and every trader is his own style. My style is trying to make this thing easy. I'm trying, even if you're a beginner, you join our mentorship classes, the way I explain things, the way I analyze, it's very simplified. I've started teaching a 4-year-old. She understands these things. My daughter understands these things. Okay, so the price is coming on that demand zone. She understands that. Why? Because I try to simplify it. That's my objective. Okay, guys, I went through a very painful experience when I was learning Forex. There are some people who complicate, like Michael Hudson, the ICT guys, the way he explains. Okay, the one thing that I will always talk about when it comes to ICT, his concept, is that those concepts, they work, especially in Forex, they work, and they are very, very accurate. There is great precision. The level of accuracy is astonishing, but when it comes to understanding the concept, it becomes very, very, very difficult to understand. Those concepts are difficult. I'm telling you, trying to learn ICT, I tried. To me, it was difficult. To me, learning ICT was difficult. It doesn't mean that I don't know ICT, but the learning process, the learning curve, is not that easy. You'd rather just focus on this demand and supply basic stuff. So my question here is this: I want to see someone who answer this question. Is price going to react with this particular area, or price is likely going to push upwards and react with this one? So when it comes to demand zone, you always take the demand that is on top. Like here, this price is moving upwards. If there's a demand zone on top, you want to see price reacting with that demand zone. And if you check again, if you are going to do our use our Fibonacci, if I come here, what do I see here? The 61 is still on top. Maybe price will. So what I think is likely going to happen is this: we're going to have a candle that will close below the 61.8, and it's gonna give us a wick that will touch this demand zone. No, the wick will touch that demand zone, something like this. So I think that price will make that movement. It will push upwards and it will close below our. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see a candle that closes above my 61.8. Price will reach this particular zone and then it will close below here and then it will start dropping. Let me go on the 4 hour. Let me just mark my 61.8. I know it's price action should be up. The focus should be on price. If now we have a lot of things like this, so that golden zone represent our 61.8. I would want to see price coming back to this consolidation here, this indecision where the forces of supply and demand were interacting. Here there was a strong force of supply, then it was met by a strong force of demand. So here we had the equilibrium. So the reason why you'd want to see why price move, it is because of an imbalance. Going back to our economics, microeconomics, yeah, demand and supply, holding ceteris paribus, holding demand or supply constants. This will normally, and there is a change in supply or demand, this will normally result in shortages or surplus. The surplus is the imbalance. The imbalance is the reason why price will tend to move. So the reason why price moved like this, there was an imbalance. Sellers were taking over. There was a lot of selling pressure at this particular level. But at these demand zones, there is equilibrium. Forces of supply and demand, where there was a war that was being fought around this area here. That's why you see these indecision candles. So at this particular area, that's where I'm anticipating that price is likely going to reverse. So I would want to see price making movement to this, but I'll just watch how price will react again to this particular area. But I would want to see with me when it comes to what I think, I want to see price pushing upwards here, because we still have a fair value gap here. That is the last fair value gap that we have. I want to see price reacting with this demand zone. I want to see price reacting with that demand zone. So that's one. So if I get a signal around this area here and price closes below this 61.8, which is our gold zone, this gold line, so I would want to see price pushing upwards. So I think trading is all about observing what price is doing, and then what price has done in the past, and then use that information to predict what is going to take place in future. Okay, let me just try to be fast. Okay, that's what I want to see here. I want to see price reacting with these areas. Okay, let's go to the next asset. So my question is, do I prepare when I'm coming to these lives? I don't even prepare. I'll just say, at least I have 30 minutes to spare, or maybe I have 1 hour to spare. Let me just go and share what I know with my subscribers, what I think is going to take place, the knowledge that I have, and I'll just come here and just start doing this. And very soon, Zimbabwe, I'm coming to Zimbabwe. Okay, I'm actually thinking of relocating to Zimbabwe because I want to build a forex trading academy or institute or university or school there in Zimbabwe. So I have to be on the ground. I have to go there and start this. So very soon, I think next year, I'm relocating to Zimbabwe, and maybe I'll just do this for a year. Then I'll then expand and go to different countries. I want to do this first in Zimbabwe because I know there are so many people suffering there. This information can be liberating. I know this information that I have will definitely help a lot of you guys. The school will be 100% free. We teach you how to trade. Then we also give you money on how. Maybe we'll give you $100 or maybe $50, and then you can start your trading journey. So we'll teach you for free. Then we'll also give you money after the lessons so that you can. I know there was a time when I was in Zimbabwe, and you really need information. You really need someone to lift and transform your life. I didn't get that opportunity. Everything that I had or that I have here, I had to work for it. But sometimes life becomes easy if you have someone who can assist you, someone who can help you to navigate or give you a start. This information, guys, I'm telling you, if you can master it, this information will transform how you trade. Okay, let me just quickly go to booming crash and see what is happening, and probably look at gold. Gold. I like analyzing gold. Okay, I think this is perfect. Okay, so my favorite 75 and 1. I take time to analyze. Let me just try to be fast. There was a good signal here on VIX 75. Price just hit the what? You see how easy it was. I marked this demand supply zone, and we see price. So here it was a what? A rally, base, drop, and then price came back to that supply zone. So this was our supply zone, and then price just came back to this area, and then you see price started to move down. So you see, when you get this upper fractal, it becomes your signal regardless of time frame. This becomes your what? Your signal. Okay, let me just do this. So here I missed this entry. Okay, let's see. So now price is consolidating around this area. We can now make use of we know price is likely going, because here we have liquidity resting below this particular area. We have equal lows. They're not equal. The price is likely going to drop and come below this particular area because we have equal lows. So these equal lows, price is likely going to drop and come to this particular area. But now currently trading volatility 75 becomes tricky because price is consolidating. So I'm gonna drop down to the 1 hour, and I'm gonna draw my trend line and wait for price to break from this consolidation. So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna just identify these highs and make use of this. Okay, let me just try to do this. So I'm gonna do this, and I'll mark out this. So we have an upper resistance and a lower resistance, and this is like a wedge This is like more like a wedge. So yeah, something like this. Okay, so I'm just waiting to see how price will react. So probably this is only 1 hour. Price because of this, so we have a demand zone. Let me go on the 30 minutes. Maybe we might get a signal here. Let me see if this is true. Yes, so we have a demand zone here. We have a demand zone around this area. So we have a rally base drop. So price is coming back to this particular area. That last candle, because of how price moved aggressively from that particular area, it makes it a very good supply zone. So not a demand zone, it's a supply zone. So because of how price moved aggressively from that area, this is a good supply zone. Supply zone. Okay. Let me go on the 15 minutes to be more accurate and see what is there. So this is a 30-minute M30. So this is my M30 supply zone. M30, 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 M30. Okay. This way, you see how price is moving fast to that particular area. So I'm just observing how price is going to react around this area. And because of the trend line, because of again the supply zone that we have here, I would want to see a strong resistance, price moving away from this particular area here. Okay, so the mistake that you can make is starting to sell here, because sometimes price will ignore all this and start to move upwards. So wait, just wait. You don't know about candlestick, that's why I introduced this fractal. Just wait for an upper fractal here and then start to sell, and your target will probably this particular low here, this recent low that we have here. So you can take your profit around here. Another second take profit will be probably around here, but I would want to take my profit here. So there is a possibility that price can drop from this level here and come to this level. There is that possibility. So I'll observe price from here now and wait for a signal, then push my stop loss just above this level. So in VIX, I think this will be perfect. This will be good, but I'm still waiting for confirmation. I'm still waiting. Maybe I can even drop to 5 minutes and wait for that upper fractal. I will not just blindly take a trade here. I need a signal that tells me that price is now ready to move down. So I'm patiently waiting. I'm patiently waiting to see how price will react. Okay, but I wouldn't want to trade if this 30-minute candle closes above here. I'll forget about selling. So as I'm waiting here, I'm also checking my 30-minute candle. I still have 25 minutes, and I don't want this candle to close above here, because this becomes a breakout on this trend line. This becomes a breakout on this particular trend line. Because that's another thing that most traders will argue. Okay, trend lines, they don't work. So the argument is this: where exactly we don't have a universally agreed way of drawing trend lines. So some will say, I'm gonna use the recent levels, so I'm gonna use this level and this level. So the person will say, okay, so there's a breakout, something like this. And someone will say, okay, I need to make use of this particular level here, and as long as I don't cut through a candle, I'm still okay. So someone will draw it like this. So this is the argument that comes when it comes to drawing of trend lines. Someone will say, okay, are you going to draw it like this? Are you going to draw it like that? So this comes through experience. This comes through experience where you know how best to draw your trend line. Some will talk about the inner trend line, something like this. You touch this particular area and you look for touch points here on this particular area and something like this. And say, okay, price came here on this level here and then it moved. So I'm going to draw my... So that's where this argument is. But with me, I don't care. I don't listen to these arguments. I focus. That's the problem. If you see someone talking about something on YouTube, you're saying that this thing works, this thing, I'm a little bit different. I'll test, I'll take time, spend days trying to test if this concept really work. So that's the thing that you need to do. Not every content that you see on YouTube is very beneficial. If this person is saying, okay, there is this and this is likely going to take a place, go and do a big test. Do a thorough big test. Take your time to do a big test. You'll see yourself improving. So I'm just waiting to see how price is going to react around this area. Someone will say, maybe I'm going to draw it with these wicks. That's where all these arguments are. People who use trend lines, they can't agree on how to draw a trend line. So this concept doesn't work. But this one is, I think this one is perfect. This one is good. So I don't want this candle to close above this level. I will ignore, or to close above this supply zone. I know that price will now be ready to move up. So if that happens, price pushes upwards, I'll use this again as a support level, and then I'll buy as price moves up. Or I'll just wait for price to drop and come to this particular level, which is my first option. So let's just wait. That's what I do. And I wait for a signal or a confirmation. Okay, VIX 75, we are done. I just want to look at step. Do I still have time? I don't have time. Let me probably look at gold. Let me look at gold. Let me look at gold. What is gold doing? Okay, let me go on the 4 hour. There's a strong resistance that I'm noticing in gold. By just looking here, I can clearly see that there is a strong resistance here on this particular area here. So what I teach, it's not going to work only in derivative synthetic indices. The analysis, that's the beauty of price action. It's not only going to work in what? So I see a strong resistance around this area here, and I've marked that resistance. And what price has been doing is this. Price, again, the same concept that I've been teaching. Here price reaches a what? A resistance, dropped, the resistance is broken, then price is now reacting with that particular area. So I'm going to mark this area again. Price has been reacting with this. We see price failing to close below this particular level here. So by just looking at this, there is a strong consolidation that is taking place in gold. Gold is consolidating and is bound between this resistance and this support. There is a support here and there is a resistance here. Price is just playing around here. So if I get a signal, what is going to be my signal? If I get this wick here, not this wick, this hammer candle here, that a sign that is going to tell me that price is not likely going to move upwards. So if price comes here, it doesn't close. If then price closes below this level, I know that price is now ready to move down. So one, I would want to see a bullish signal, which will come as a wick. If there's a wick and price doesn't close, we need a wick here, and then price closes above this level. We know that we are ready to target this particular area. So I think on the 4 hour it becomes clear what is taking place. It's just a consolidation, but you're not going to blindly again buy on your support level. So what tells me that there is a likelihood that price is likely going to break the support or the resistance is the manner in which price moves towards that support or resistance. The manner in which price moves. So I'm also going to include the wicks here and also this touch point, something like this. So I would want to see this. Okay, I would want to see this. So if price closes above here, I know price is now ready to move up. If I get a fractal like what happened here, you buy again. A fractal again, you buy, because price will then move upwards. My stop loss is just going to be tight. More probably it will be on this particular candle here. I don't want to take entries on the H4. I want to go on the H1. Okay, so I would want to take my trade on this demand zone. You see, this was a drop base rally. So on this demand zone, price comes to this area, I will look for a signal here and then I'll buy. So make your life easy. Just make use of these fractals. They are very, very powerful. So maybe you can go on the 15-minute time frame, look for a lower fractal. If the lower fractal is there, then you start buying and target this particular area. Then you're good to go. This is how trading is. Guys, don't make it complicated. Trading is not that difficult. Okay, that's another thing for another day. Trading, what complicates trading is our psychology. Learning this thing, even a 5-year-old can understand this simple stuff. But what makes trading difficult is our own psychology. When you're now trading, what goes through your mind? That's why some people will just take an entry, put stop loss, take profit, and they close their laptop. You don't want to be messed up with how price is moving. That's another way. If you're always moving away, when you're in profit, you take your profit. When you're in a loss, some people now, when they're in a loss, they shift their stop loss. This is all about developing a mindset for a profitable trader. You need to develop a mindset, and I'm gonna give you 2 tips. One of the tips that I'll give you is this: if you're in a losing position, don't shift your stop loss and don't add position on a losing position. Don't add positions on a losing position. Yeah, we normally do this. Okay, if price starts to move up, I'll start recover from this loss quickly and I'll end up in profit. But sometimes price will just continue moving down and you're adding positions on a losing position. The next thing is that if you're in a winning position, try to look for an opportunity where you can add on to your wins. Don't cut your winning trades early. Try to add on your winning trades. These 2 concepts, if it becomes the foundation of your trading psychology, there is a great probability that one day you're going to be a successful trader. Try to add on a winning trade. Don't quickly exit from a winning position. Okay guys, I think for today I've shared enough. Thank you so much for your support. Just make sure, guys, let's have more likes. Just make sure that you like. Let's have more likes. Just click on that like button. It means a lot. It triggers the YouTube algorithm, and this video can be suggested to a lot of traders. Okay, we analyze gold, and let's see how this goes, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I think for today we're done. I love you so much, guys. You can also go on MQ5 and purchase our product. We now have a lot of products that are there, and today we're gonna be posting again a trend EA for boom and crash. We now have a trend indicator that tells you that price is about to move up or price is about. We have a lot of EAs, we have a lot of spike detectors and scalping indicator that we have that are there on MQ5, or you can contact me directly and purchase this product. We also have our VIX 75 Dominus EA. Then we also have our booming crash scalping indicator, crash index scalping indicator. Then so these indicators, they work perfectly in boom 1000. Then we also have our spike detector for boom and crash. All these spike detectors are also there for those who enjoy trading using indicators. Then we have a lot of trading tools, our EAs for boom and crash, our EAs for volatility, and recently I will start making products for gold. gold, how you can trade gold strategies. We'll also look at indicators. We'll also look at EAs. Very soon, this is where we are going. Thank you so much, guys, for your time. Enjoy your dates. Bye bye for now.